Hello, welcome to yet another horrendous video in my channel. Hi, I'm Sampurna and today's video is about why I started this channel all of a sudden. And so let's begin with that. I wanted to be part of the booktube community for last 3 years when I accidentally discovered this community, and from that time I wanted to start my own channel. It would not be just based on books, it would be something from pop culture, some TV series, this, that, and everything that makes me myself, or everything that people of today are doing. And so booktube. And why booktube? Because I am in love with books. I am not a voracious reader. I want to be one. I want to be a voracious reader, but I am not yet a voracious reader. I love reading because it transforms you to a new dimension where you can do anything you want to, or you can't. Your characters do a lot of things, and it has something, it connects you in some way, and it makes you understand other people's perspective. That's what I like about reading. My last video didn't have a proper introduction, so that's why this video. My name is Sampurna, as you can know, and my channel has a few subscribers who know me personally, and so I didn't need to tell my name for that, but still, hi to all the stranger. I'm Sampurna, and I don't have much to say about myself. This is what I say during an interview or something, and I have done my master's in applied chemistry. That's it. After that, I have nothing to tell about myself. So that's it for that. Oh yeah, I have a very good thing. I have changed 6 schools. If that gives me a higher credibility, so thank you. Now moving on to introduce myself and why this channel, I would like to do a book tag newbie video. Sorry, it's a book tag for newbies, and this video is the book tag for newbie video. And this is by the YouTuber Breath and Read. And the first question of this book tag is, why did you start this channel? As I said earlier, I discovered this community and I was like, I have to be part of the booktube community. And then this channel, total accident. It was like I was talking to my friend, was thinking I should do something like that, and that motivated me. The last video which I uploaded a few days earlier, I made that video in the beginning of June and I uploaded that in August. So you can think the motivation I needed to mujhko bhi to lift kara de type of things. So, and I think I was waiting for a long time that no, now I have read enough and I can start my channel and tell people about reading, but that didn't happen for me. So I guess this will motivate me. This channel will motivate me to become a voracious reader, or a reader, which I consider to be a reader. So that's the reason I have this channel now. Second question is, what are the some fun and unique things you can bring to the booktube? I have a very good sense of humor. Okay, अपनी तारीफ खुद नहीं करनी चाहिए, but people say that. Or people have said that to me a lot of time, that I believe that I have a very good sense of humor. So yeah, I'm not saying that booktube lacks humor, but I think I can bring my sarcasm and more humor to it. The third question is, what are you most excited about this new channel? What am I most excited is to read all the books I have and all the books in the universe, which is not possible, but that's the most exciting thing. And I might sound like a nerd, but I am not, believe me. I wanted to be Erika. This is another pop culture reference for those who haven't watched Stranger Things you should watch. I'm suggesting that Netflix should hire me, I know. Fourth question is, why do you love reading? It transforms the environment. This is something which I discovered later on. Reading is something I didn't like while growing up, but I think I started it around 2009-10, and I liked it because it was my post adolescence period, and I'm like, okay, I'm understanding people and all. So reading became really interesting at that time because you can psychoanalyze people with that. And what was the question? Oh, that made me like the first book I read, complete the novel I read was a trash. That was Chetan Bhagat's 5 Point Someone, and I read it after Three Idiots got released, and I was like, oh my god, the book has so much more than the movies. That was the initial concept that like attracted me towards reading. That book has so much in it, and when you have watched a movie and you're reading that book, the book is always better. And other than that, you have this imagination that characters are telling the dialogues and it's very smooth. And now what happens if I'm reading any book, I have that image was flooding my thoughts and all. And very another movie, that is Harry Potter series, when you read the books and when you close it, it's like taking a break from the movie you are watching on the television. So that's something I love about reading. And the fifth question is, what books or series you got into reading? Got you into reading? For sure, Harry Potter series, which I haven't finished yet. Shame on me. And apart from that, I have bought this pretty, pretty looking Game of Thrones series, which I haven't read yet, but I have completed the Millennium series by Stieg Larsson, and which I enjoyed. I wanted to be Lisbeth Salander. I wanted to have her superpower. And moving on to the next question, what question would you ask your favorite booktubers? At this moment, there is a booktuber called Shikha Reester. She is a booktuber I admire very much because she is very fluent, and even in her introductory video she is very confident. So confidence ka raaz kya hai? I wanted to ask her that, and that's it. I'm doing that. That's it a lot, which remind me of a cricketer. You know, there's a cricketer, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who uses the term "you know" a lot of times during interview as to go on with the conversation, and I'm doing that too. Now moving on, and my you know is moving on. And the question is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Reading a lot. Like booktubers need to read at least 6-7 books a month because you have to have the knowledge to suggest other people what to read. And as I know, I don't read that much. For me, 2 books a month is a lot, or the most I have read is 6 books a month. And so reading would be a big challenge for me, and Netflix would be also a big challenge for me, not watching Netflix. Next question is, when did you start reading? I started reading when I was in class 9, when Three Idiots got released, and some friend of mine said that he has that book 5 Point Someone, which inspired the whole thing, Three Idiots thing, and I was like, I have to read that. It's like reading the script, and that was the first time I read a complete novel. And after finishing that, I jumped into Ruskin Bond's world. He is just awesome, and that continued till now. I have been reading since 2009, At the beginning it was 2 or 3 books a year, then it became 8 to 10 books, and now I am continuing at a pace of 15 to 20 books a year. And I think that's a lot for me at this point. And this year, my goods on read, good books, goods on reads. I'm Goodreads. Yeah, Goodreads target is about 52 books, and which I am going to fail. I think 30 books. If I read 30 books this year, that is a lot, and it would be an accomplishment for me. Next question is, where do you read? I don't read here. I read in my bed, sometimes in bus, sometimes before classes, sometimes in a lab. During my masters, I used to work uh, in a lab. It is not a lab. It's a lab of a college where PhD scholars do their research, and I used to assist a PhD scholar. And the days where I had a little things to do, I used to read. The guy, my sir, the professor under whom I worked, is a voracious reader, and every day he used to buy new books from Amazon, and I used to be like sneaking what have served buy it from online and all. So yeah, the lab had a very good reading culture, and I made a few friends who read a lot, so that helped competitiveness. And the last question is, what kind of books do you really like to read? I like to read. That's a difficult one. Something which has a very lucid English, because I am not a literature student. I hate it when it has Mr. Shashi Tharoor's words, and yet I mentioned Shashi Tharoor again. That's it. I like him. Oh my god, it is so nice. And I like thrillers. Thrillers are like my best thing. It's like the only flaw with thrillers is that you can't repeat a thriller, because once you have known it, you know it, and you can't reread it. So that I like thrillers. And as I'm a very slow reader, the thing with thrillers is that I have A, B, C, D for alternatives, like a MCQ question, and anything that happens in that book is part of either any option or combination of two or three. So that is like, oh my god, I'm genius wala feeling. And apart from that, do I like fantasy? I like Harry Potter. I have read 4 books and I love them. And I don't know if I like fantasy. Harry Potter has a nostalgia with it. So Harry Potter, and so I can't say that I like fantasy, because apart from Harry Potter, I haven't read any fantasy. And moving on, I have discovered that I like trashy things, like which has a lot of gossip. Like recently, I liked a book that is called Mrs. Funny Bones by Twinkle Khanna, and this has mainstream Bollywood masala in it. Like someone is saying something about her, this, that. So I like that. I finished that book in one day. Like after Cursed Child, something which I read in one day is that. And Cursed Child is a screenplay, so that does not count. And I have also read Susanna's Seven Husband in a Day, but that's also a novella, not a complete novel. And and I like Rushdie Bond's short stories, because I don't know, when I read them, it was like he has selectively written those for me to tell me that okay, you are not alone. There alone. There are many people like you in this world. So yeah, so that's something that I liked. And so I guess you know what I like to read and how this channel is going to make more and more videos. I will be coming up with TV series that I watch, and book reviews. Yeah, book reviews I will do. And my next video I think would be July wrap up. I know this is August, but I need to wrap up the things I read in July and tell people, brag about reading 6 books, which I don't do regularly. So, yeah, that's it. Please like, don't share. I don't want this video to go viral and all, so don't share, but like, subscribe. I will do some crazy stuff every week. I can't promise that I will upload videos every week, but I can do something like a video or 2 3 video in cluster in a month. Okay, I will try to do a lot of videos in a month, in a week. But till then, stay happy and stay reasonably crazy. Bye.